Hello, this video is a collection of all 171 Steam achievements in the game Risk of Rain 2. Please note that some achievements require the DLCs Survivors of the Void, Seekers of the Storm, and Alloyed Collective. Risk of Rain 2 is a fast-paced, cooperative roguelike shooter where you are stranded on a mysterious alien planet. You'll explore diverse environments, battle hordes of increasingly powerful monsters, and collect randomized items that dramatically change your character's abilities and playstyle. As time passes, the difficulty steadily increases, forcing you to balance exploring for more loot with progressing through each stage. Your goal is to survive, locate the teleporter on every stage, defeat powerful bosses, and continue deeper into the planet or escape. To help you follow along, timestamps are available on screen, in the description, or in the pinned comment. If you find this video useful, please leave a like and subscribe. Your support really helps the channel grow. Now, let's get into the achievements.
Learning process, die 5 times. Advancement, complete a teleporter event. To complete a teleporter event, you must first find and activate a teleporter. Defeat the boss, then survive until the teleporter is fully charged to complete the event and unlock the achievement. You will naturally earn this achievement as you progress through the game. The basics, discover 10 unique white items. These are all the possible white items obtainable as of version 1.2.4.4. Maybe one more. Duplicate the same item 7 times in a row with a 3D printer. Is this bug? Fail the Shrine of Chance 3 times in a row. Elite Slayer, defeat an elite type monster. An elite type monster is behind me, it was killed upon the use of the fuel array. Flawless, fully charge a teleporter without getting hit. For this achievement, my main concern was to kill the boss as quickly as possible. I used the Railgunner, whose special ability deals significant damage. With some damage boosting items, you can instantly kill the boss. Additionally, get some drones and turrets to aggravate the enemies. For fault tolerance, I suggest getting items like Tougher Times to have a chance of negating damage. Keyed up, defeat the teleporter boss under 15 seconds. An alternative to using the Railgunner is to get armor-piercing rounds and a Prion accumulator. Rapid fire, reach plus 200% attack speed. To increase attack speed, attempt to find these items. Warmonger, complete 3 combat shrines in a single stage. According to the Risk of Rain 2 wiki, the Shrine of Combat can be found in these environments. Experimenting, pick up 5 different types of equipment. This achievement is quite easy to unlock, as you only need to find a few equipment barrels to get 5 different types of equipment, considering the base game itself has at least 30 types. Cut down, defeat 500 elite monsters. Elite monsters are similar to their basic comrades, but they have a different color, head adornment, extra health, and added abilities. They can be easily recognized by their altered appearance and a symbol on their health bar. This achievement is not difficult to get and you will unlock it naturally as you play. Death do us part, discover the hidden chamber in the abandoned aqueduct. To discover the hidden chamber, first unlock it by pressing 2 hidden pressure plates simultaneously on the map. For single player, use the engineer to place a turret on one of the pressure plates. Then find the chamber's gate, head inside, and destroy the 2 Elder Lemurians to complete the achievement. Prismatically aligned, complete a prismatic trial. The prismatic trial is a special game mode in the main menu that lets you compete online for the fastest time on an identical game world for all players. The seeds for the game world change periodically. Most trials feature 2 environments, and the difficulty cannot be lowered. Monster spawns are consistent every playthrough, so you can memorize them. Item drops from different types of storage are also the same every time. Slaughter. Defeat 3,000 enemies. This achievement isn't difficult and doesn't require 3,000 kills in one run. Progress counts across all your runs. Recommended. Reach plus 300% move speed, includes sprinting. To increase movement speed, prioritize collecting these items. Automation activation, activate 6 turrets in a single run. Glorious battle. Charge the teleporter with less than 10% health. Deja vu, loop back to the first stage. To loop, reach the 5th stage and change the teleport direction by interacting with its spike borders rather than the center. Activating an artifact could also loop the game at the end. The long road complete 20 stages in a single run. Naturopath, without healing, reach and complete the 3rd teleporter event. The lone survivor, stay alive for 30 consecutive minutes. Deicide, defeat an elite boss on Monsoon difficulty. For concepts, find the altar to Inkahana. The altar to Inkahana is a secret area in the wetland aspect environment. Under the cliff on the map, there is a gap leading through a tunnel to the altar. It consists of a large hole with a yellow skeleton dangling above it. Destroying the skeleton will complete the achievement. Macho, deal 5,000 damage in one shot. Unless you're using Railgunner, the easiest method is targeting an enemy with the Royal Capacitor, which deals 3,000% damage. Nudist, discover and activate 8 unique nude altars. Nude altars are interactables hidden in hard-to-reach areas on every standard environment. Each stage features 3 to 5 possible spawn locations. Activating an altar costs 1 lunar coin, which can be earned through achievements, enemy drops, obliterating at the obelisk, or beating the game. The demons and the crabs, kill 20 hermit crabs by chasing them off the edge of the map. This challenge is cumulative across all runs. Hermit crabs spawn only on abyssal depths and post-loop titanic plains, with the latter having edges to chase them off. Artifact of Dissonance prevents hermit crabs from spawning. They also appear on titanic plains during prismatic trials and in the simulacrum. To guarantee titanic plains, use the Lunar Seer after finding the nude altar in Sky Meadow. Avoid items like ukulele, unstable Tesla coil, razor wire, and offensive drones to prevent accidental kills. Never back down. In 4 consecutive stages, don't leave the teleporter radius until it is fully charged. The comp, beat the game on Monsoon difficulty. To beat the game, the run must be considered a victory, which requires escaping commencement. Ending the run by obliterating or completing the planetarium will not count toward the challenge, as these yield a fate unknown ending. Commencement is the final stage and can be accessed after every 5th environment stage by aligning the primordial teleporter with the moon. Once there, you must reach the arena to fight the final boss. Because the boss arena is located high above, you will either need to complete pillars to unlock the arena's jump pads or use mobility abilities and alternative methods to skip them entirely. After defeating the boss, you must reach the rescue ship and charge it before the timer runs out to escape.
Var det bare med lunet her?
Blockade Breaker, kill 15 boss monsters in a single run. True respite, obliterate yourself at the obelisk. To complete this challenge, you must activate the obelisk in a hidden level reachable via the celestial portal. To open the celestial portal, wait for the message, "A celestial orb has appeared," to appear in the chat box, which occurs when looping around the third stage of a loop. Complete the teleporter event to spawn the portal. Entering the celestial portal takes you to a moment, fractured. At the bottom of a chain of floating islands, you'll find the massive obelisk. Multikill, kill 15 enemies simultaneously. Suggested to use abilities or items with AoE effects. Moon Worshipper, carry 5 lunar items in a single run. The only ways to obtain lunar items are from lunar pods found in environments or from the bazaar between time. Cosmic Explorer, discover and enter 3 unique portals. As of version 1.2.4.4, there are 6 unique portals: Blue Portal, Celestial Portal, Gold Portal, Artifact Portal, Null Portal, and Void Portal. Redacted, open the time security chest on Rally Point Delta. You have to reach Rally Point Delta before the 10-minute mark, as the chest will be locked afterward. Warm for life, die 3 times while burning. This achievement is completed by dying 3 times while afflicted with the Burn, Hellfire, or Stronger Burn debuff. I love dying. Die 20 times. Mechanic, repair 30 drones or turrets. Just so you know, the 30 repairs can be done over multiple runs, it doesn't all have to be in one go. Blackout, defeat the unique Guardian of Gilded Coast without any beacons deactivating. Gilded Coast is a hidden realm environment that can be reached by entering a gold portal spawned by activating an altar of gold. Alternatively, it can appear in the Lunar Seer at the bazaar between time.
Funded. Collect 30,480 total gold. Note that this achievement does not require you to have 30,480 gold at one time. Instead, you only need to collect a cumulative total of 30,480 gold across multiple runs. Every piece of gold you collect counts toward the achievement, so your progress carries over as you continue playing. This clip simply demonstrates collecting more than the required amount in a single stage. It is shown as an example and is not a requirement for unlocking the achievement.
King of the Hill, defeat the False Sun. The False Sun is found in the Prime Meridian. To reach it, locate a Halcyon Shrine and activate it. The shrine will slowly charge by draining gold from the player. Once fully charged, it spawns Halcyonite. After completing this step, a green portal will appear. Enter the portal and progress through 2 stages as usual, ensuring you go through every green portal along the way. Upon reaching Prime Meridian, the boss is located at the top of the map. Ascendant, defeat the teleporter bosses after activating 2 shrines of the mountain. One with the Woods, fully upgrade a Shrine of the Woods. Cleanup duty, destroy 20 flying rocks in Sky Meadow. Bookworm, collect 10 monster or environment logs. To collect monster and environment logs, you will use 2 different methods depending on the type. Monster logs drop randomly when defeating their matching enemy, with higher luck increasing your chances. Environment logs are unlocked by activating a radio scanner on standard stages. They can also be found directly in their hidden locations within Hidden Realms. Commando. Rolling Thunder, as Commando, land the killing blow on an overloading worm. The overloading worm is a considerably stronger variant of the standard magma worm. Due to its high cost to spawn, it is the rarest monster in the game and requires a very high difficulty level to appear. It has a chance of spawning in Abyssal Depths, Bulwarks Ambry, Rally Point Delta, Starting Stage 6, Sky Meadow, Void Fields, only with SOT-V, and other environments with the artifact of dissonance enabled. Commando. Godspeed. As Commando, fully charge the first stage teleporter before the timer hits 5 minutes. Commando. Incorruptible. As Commando, clear 20 stages in a single run without picking up any lunar items. Make sure to avoid picking up any lunar items or lunar equipment, as taking even one will immediately void the achievement. They have a distinct blue outline around them, and I've put the full, up-to-date list of items to avoid right here on screen. Commando. Mastery. As Commando, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon. I chose to obliterate with Commando on Monsoon difficulty. To do this, loop past stage 5 and complete the third stage after looping to spawn a celestial portal. Enter the portal to reach the hidden realm, a moment fractured. Head across the paths to the very last floating island where you'll find the obelisk. Interact with the obelisk twice to obliterate and finish the run.
Commando, cleared Prime Meridian. As Commando, complete the event on Prime Meridian. To unlock this achievement, you will need the Seekers of the Storm DLC to access the Prime Meridian stage. If you need help reaching the Prime Meridian, check the timestamps for the King of the Hill achievement on how to get there. Playing as Commando, simply complete the Prime Meridian event to clear the stage and claim your achievement.
Commando Perch. As Commando, deny the offering of the collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spux to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. Interact to accept or attack to reject the offer.
Huntress. Finishing touch. As Huntress, land a killing blow with every possible hit of a single glaive. Early in the run, gather damage boosting items and at least 7 low health enemies. Huntress. One shot, one kill. As Huntress, collect and carry 12 crowbars at once. Use the artifact of command to choose the items you wish to acquire. Huntress. Piercing Wind. As Huntress, start and finish either Rally Point Delta or Scorched Acres without falling below 100% health. 100% health includes shields but not barriers. Huntress. Mastery. As Huntress, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon. I chose to obliterate with Huntress on Monsoon difficulty. To pull this off, you need to loop past stage 5 and complete 3 additional stages to spawn a celestial portal. Step through the portal to enter the hidden realm, a moment fractured. From there, follow the floating paths to the very last island where you'll find the obelisk. Interact with it twice to obliterate, successfully ending the run.
Huntress cleared Prime Meridian. As Huntress, complete the event on Prime Meridian. To unlock this achievement, you will need the Seekers of the Storm DLC to access the Prime Meridian stage. If you need help reaching the final stage, check the timestamps for the King of the Hill achievement guide. Playing as Huntress, simply defeat the false sun at the Prime Meridian to clear the stage and claim your achievement.
Huntress Purge. As Huntress deny the offering of the collective, enter an encrypted portal natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elite's into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss. Then deny the offering from the collective by shooting it.
Warrior, reach and complete the third teleporter event without dying. Bandit. Classic Man, as Bandit, successfully used Lights Out to reset your cooldowns 15 times in a row. Suggest using the artifact of Swarm and picking some damage boosting items. Bandit. Sadist, as Bandit, kill a monster with 20 stacks of hemorrhage. With the artifact of command, gather 19 backup magazines and spam the secondary ability on a high HP boss. Bandit. BND, as Bandit, kill the final boss with Lights Out. Bandit. Mastery, as Bandit, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon. I chose to obliterate with Bandit on Monsoon difficulty. To pull this off, you need to loop past stage 5 and complete 3 additional stages to spawn a celestial portal. Step through the portal to enter the hidden realm, a moment fractured. From there, follow the floating paths to the very last island where you'll find the obelisk. Interact with it twice to obliterate, successfully ending the run.
Bandit cleared Prime Meridian. As Bandit, complete the event on Prime Meridian. To unlock this achievement, you will need the Seekers of the Storm DLC to access the Prime Meridian stage. If you need help reaching the final stage, check the timestamps for the King of the Hill achievement guide. Playing as Bandit, simply defeat the false sons of the Prime Meridian to clear the stage and claim your achievement.
Bandit, accept and decompile. As Bandit, accept the offering of the Collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spux to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. Interact to accept the offer.
Verified. Complete the first teleporter event 5 times. Multi. Pest control, as Multi, defeat 2 beetle queens without leaving the teleporter zone. Suggest using the artifact of swarms or finding a mountain shrine, which both double the number of bosses. Multi. Gotcha. As Multi, land the killing blow on an Imp Overlord with the Prion Accumulator. Imp Overlords spawn as teleporter bosses on Stage 3 or Stage 4. Grab the Prion Accumulator from Rally Point Delta's 10-minute time chest, or use the Artifact of Command if you've cleared the Redacted challenge. Whittle the boss's health to a sliver before firing to guarantee the final hit. Securing the kill with the Blast or Tendrils unlocks the Multi. Gotcha. Achievement. Multi. 7th day, as Multi, clear the void fields on Stage 7 or later. Multi. Mastery, as Multi, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
MULT, cleared Prime Meridian, as MULT, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Melty Purge. As Melty deny the offering of the collective, enter an encrypted portal natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spux to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Solus Heart. Attack to reject the offer.
Engineering perfection, complete 30 stages. Engineer, 100% calculated. As engineer, defeat the teleporter boss in less than 5 seconds after it spawns. Suggest acquiring the Equipment Trophy Hunter's Tricorn, as it can instantly kill a boss. Engineer, zero sum. As engineer, finish charging the teleporter with 0 monsters remaining on the stage. Engineer, better with friends. As engineer, recruit 12 minions at one time. Engineer, mastery. As engineer, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Engineer, cleared Prime Meridian. As engineer, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Engineer Purge. As engineer, deny the offering of the collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spooks to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. Attack to reject the offer, which should unlock the achievement.
Paused. Free the survivor suspended in time. To complete this challenge, we'll need 11 lunar coins, 1 for the newt and the rest to unlock the survivor in the bazaar. Artificer. Massacre. As Artificer, perform a multiple of 20 enemies. Artificer. Chunk. As Artificer, fully defeat the teleporter boss in a 1-second burst of damage. Artificer. Orbital Bombardment. As Artificer, kill 15 enemies before touching the ground. Artificer. Mastery, as Artificer, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Artificer, cleared Prime Meridian. As Artificer, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Artificer, accept and decompile. As Artificer, accept the offering of the collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elite's into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. After defeating the boss, accept the offer to earn the achievement.
Mercenary. Demon of the Skies. As mercenary, don't touch the ground for 30 seconds.
Mercenary, Flash of Blades. As Mercenary, use 20 abilities in 10 seconds. This achievement can easily be unlocked using the default loadout without equipping a single item. The core strategy relies on the laser sword's passive mechanics. Every third hit with the laser sword applies the exposed debuff to enemies. Since hitting an exposed target reduces all your active skill cooldowns by 1 second, the debuff scales massively against groups. To maximize this effect, pull a large cluster enemies together or focus on a teleporter boss with add spawns. Stack the exposed debuff across the crowd, then unload all your abilities at once. The constant cooldown refunds from hitting multiple exposed targets will allow you to cycle your skills almost instantly.
Mercenary. Ethereal. As mercenary, complete a prismatic trial without falling below 100% health. Mercenary. Mastery, as Mercenary, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Mercenary, cleared Prime Meridian. As Mercenary, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Mercenary Perch. As Mercenary, deny the offering of the Collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elite's into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering Sea at Chef to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. Then attack to reject the offer, which will unlock the achievement.
Power plant, repair the broken robot with an escape pod's fuel array. The challenge requires safely carrying the fuel array from the starting escape pod to the broken robot in the abyssal depths. This means bringing the fuel array through at least 4 stages without dropping below 50% health. Falling below 50% health will cause the array to detonate, destroying it and likely killing the holder in the process. Rex. Bushwhacked, as Rex, complete an entire teleporter event while under 50% health. Rex. Dunk. As Rex, kill a clay dune strider on abandoned aqueduct by throwing it into a pit. Rex. Full of life, as Rex, heal for 1000 health at once. Grab items that add health points, such as Bison Steak and Infusion, to increase max health to at least 2000. Also, acquire the equipment Foreign Fruit, which heals for 50% of max health. Rex. Mastery, as Rex, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Rex cleared Prime Meridian. As Rex, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Rex accept and decompile. As Rex accept the offering of the collective, enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. After defeating the boss, accept its offer to unlock the achievement.
Guidance offline, defeat the unique Guardian of Siren's Call. To summon the unique Guardian, destroy Alloy Vulture Nests. Loader. Swing by, as Loader, reach and proceed through the Celestial Portal in 25 minutes or less. Loader. Earth Shatter. As Loader, land a charged gauntlet hit at 300 miles per hour or higher. Loader. The Thunderdome. As Loader, kill 3 other loaders in the Bulwark's Ambry. To complete this challenge, first find the portal to Bulwark's Ambry. Then input the code for Artifact of Vengeance, which will summon doppelgangers when you interact with the Artifact Reliquary. Loader. Mastery. As Loader, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Loader. Cleared Prime Meridian. As Loader, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Loader. Accept and decompile. As Loader, accept the offering of the Collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elite Syndic Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach computational exchange. Combine the cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. After defeating the boss, interact to accept its offer, which will unlock the achievement.
To be left alone, stabilize the cell in the void fields. Acrid. Easy prey. As Acrid, land the killing blow on 50 total enemies that have 1 hit point left. Acrid. Bad medicine. As Acrid, land the final blow on a Scavenger. Scavenger is a rare enemy that can be encountered from stage 6 and later. Acrid. Pandemic. As Acrid, inflict poison 1000 total times. Acrid. Mastery, as Acrid, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Επόμενο αρχή.
Acrid cleared Prime Meridian. As Acrid, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Acrid Perch. As Acrid deny the offering of the collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from Elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering CHF to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. After defeating the boss, attack it again to deny its offering.
Washed away, beat the game. Captain. Smushed, as Captain, kill the final boss using a supply beacon. Captain. Wanderlust, as Captain, visit 10 different environments in a single run. Captain. Worth every penny, as Captain, prepare and recruit a TC-280 prototype. TC-280 prototypes can only spawn on Rally Point Delta. Additionally, they are relatively uncommon, so you'll likely need to revisit Rally Point Delta several times. Captain. Mastery, as Captain, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Captain, cleared Prime Meridian. As Captain, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Captain, accept and decompile. As Captain, accept the offering of the collective. Enter an encrypted portal, natural or via access node. Stage 3 leads to Conduit Canyon, Stage 4 to Solutional Haunt. Collect 6 sentry keys from elites into Canyon, then complete the teleporter to reach Solutional Haunt. Defeat the boss, pick up the encrypted Cerebellum, and use the mainline portal to reach Computational Exchange. Combine the Cerebellum with a key item at Wandering Sea at Chef to get an exposed Cerebellum. Give it to Spokes to open the decrypted portal to Neural Sanctum. Defeat the final boss, Soulless Heart. After defeating the boss, interact with it to accept its offer and get the achievement.
Railgunner, Marksman. As Railgunner, fire 30 consecutive sniper shots without missing a weak point. Railgunner, Annihilator. As Railgunner, deal 1 million damage in one shot. Railgunner, Trickshot. As Railgunner, get 3 kills with a single supercharged shot while airborne. Railgunner Mastery. As Railgunner, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Railgunner cleared Prime Meridian. As Railgunner, complete the event on Prime Meridian.
Drag below, escape the planetarium or complete Wave 50 in Simulacrum. VOID Fiend Mastery. As VOID Fiend, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Void Fiend cleared Prime Meridian. As Void Fiend, complete the event on Prime Meridian. Seeker, clear mind. As Seeker, meditate 20 times without missing an input in a single run. Seeker, airborne souls. As Seeker, hit 3 or more airborne enemies with a single use of the exploding third hit of Spirit Punch. Seeker, Scorched Earth, deal 500,000% damage with one use of Sujin's Explosion. To complete this challenge, stack damage items like Focus Crystal and Crowbar for maximum value. Staying in Sujin longer increases explosion damage, so healing or defensive items like Repulsion Armor Plate help. Aim to hit many enemies to maximize total damage. Using Artifact of Swarms can make this easier. Seeker, Mastery. As Seeker, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Purified Freedom, unlock False Sun Survivor. To unlock the False Sun Survivor, you must defeat the False Sun boss while having a Halcyon Seed in your inventory. The Halcyon Seed is a boss item dropped by Aurelionite at the Gilded Coast.
False Sun, stare them down. As False Sun, kill 15 enemies with one activation of Laser of the Father. False Sun, protein-heavy diet. As False Sun, gain up to 40 lunar spikes through growth. Growth is a passive that increases ability charges based on bonus health. To reach the required 8048 bonus health, stack items like Bison Steak, Infusion, and especially Stone Flux Pauldron. False Sun, family bonding. As False Sun, have Aurelia Knight kill the final boss while the final boss is inflicted with at least one lunar ruin. False Sun, mastery. As False Sun, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Order up. Unlock Chef Survivor. To unlock the Chef Survivor, first enter the green portal. Then, on the reformed altar, offer an infusion, bison steak, and a cautious slug to the underground interactables.
Chef, you've always been crazy, as Chef hit 5 airborne enemies with one instance of roll. Chef, barbecued bison recipe complete, as Chef complete 10 recipes by searing an oiled bison with sear. As Chef, kill 10 bighorn bison with sear while they have the oil debuff, applied by glaze or similar. Progress is cumulative across runs. Chef, it's getting hot in here. As Chef apply 20 stacks of burn at once to the final boss. An attack speed of 1.9 plus is needed to apply 20 burn stacks with 1 sear use, achievable with soldiers, syringes or other attack speed boosting items. Chef, mastery. As Chef, beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon.
Operator, putting together a team. As Operator, recruit 5 different drones. This achievement is quite easy to complete, especially since the DLC Risk of Rain 2, Alloyed Collective, which is required for this achievement, adds several new drone types to the game. As the achievement description states, you need to recruit 5 different types of drones as Operator. Keep in mind that the drone's Operator starts with Do Not Count toward the achievement, so you will need to find and recruit 5 other drone types during a run. I also believe drones obtained from items or equipment do not count toward the achievement, so it is safest to recruit drones that you find in the stages themselves. Operator, not so different. As Operator, defeat the teleporter boss on Conduit Canyon without touching the ground. Note that this achievement requires the DLC, Risk of Rain 2i Alloyed Collective. As stated in the description, you must defeat the teleporter boss on Conduit Canyon as Operator without touching the ground. The method I used was to acquire the equipment Milky Chrysalis, which grants the ability to fly, combined with a stack of fuel cells to increase the number of equipment charges. This allowed me to stay airborne long enough to defeat the boss without landing. Operator, that just happened. As Operator, keep an Elder Lemurian airborne for 10 seconds. Note that this achievement requires the DLC Risk of Rain 2 Alloyed Collective, as the required Survivor Operator is part of the DLC. As the achievement description states, you must keep an Elder Lemurian airborne for 10 seconds. There are several ways to accomplish this. The method I recommend is using the equipment item Primordial Cube. When activated, it launches a slow-moving black hole that pulls nearby enemies toward its center for 10 seconds. To maximize the time the Elder Lemurian stays airborne, aim the Primordial Cube into the air so the enemy is lifted before falling back down. You can also carry fuel cells to gain additional equipment charges, allowing you to use Primordial Cube multiple times if needed. Finally, you will need to find an Elder Lemurian. They can be found in the Void Fields, the Gilded Coast, or the Reformed Altar. Once you keep one airborne for a total of 10 seconds, the achievement will unlock. Operator, that all you got. As Operator, kill 4 different types of monsters with a single ricochet. Note that this achievement requires the DLC Risk of Rain 2 Alloyed Collective, as Operator is one of the DLC survivors. To unlock this achievement, you need to kill 4 different types of monsters with a single activation of H311 OCR Custom using its ricochet. The most important part of this achievement is making sure the ricochet has enough damage to kill every target it hits. Collecting damage boosting items such as Crowbar can make this much easier. Using the Artifact of Command is also highly recommended, as it allows you to choose exactly which items you want instead of relying on random drops. Before attempting the achievement, try gathering 4 different monster types close together, and weaken them so they are all low on health. Once they are grouped together, activate H311 OCR Custom, and let the Ricochet finish them off. If the Ricochet fails to kill all 4 enemies, or if the enemies are not 4 different monster types, simply find another group and try again. Good luck. Operator Mastery. As Operator, beat the game or Obliterate on Monsoon. For this achievement, I chose to Obliterate as the Operator on Monsoon difficulty. Note that you'll need the Alloyed Collective DLC to play as the Operator. Once you're in the run, loop past Stage 5, and complete 3 more stages to spawn a Celestial Portal. Step through to enter a moment. Fractured, make your way to the obelisk on the final floating island, and interact with it twice to Obliterate and claim the achievement. Lost in Transit. Free the survivor from the vault in Solutional Haunt. This achievement is unlocked by freeing the new survivor, Drifter, in Solutional Haunt. First, you need to reach Solutional Haunt. To do this, reach Uni Stage 3 and find an access node, then activate it. This will grant access to the virtual portal after defeating the stage teleporter boss. Using the virtual portal will lead you to Conduit Canyon, which contains a teleporter to Solutional Haunt. However, reaching the teleporter requires collecting sentry keys, dropped by collective elite enemies, and using them on sentry terminals. This will unlock the gate leading to the teleporter, and later the teleporter itself. After defeating the teleporter boss, use the teleporter to travel to Solutional Haunt. Once in Solutional Haunt, you must first defeat the boss, Soulless Wing, to gain access to the next area. After defeating the boss, previously locked doors will open, leading to an area containing 2 prison matrices, which are needed to free the survivor. Return to the boss room and use 1 prison matrice to open the vault, where you will find Drifter trapped inside. Then use the 2nd prison matrice to free the survivor, which should unlock the achievement. Drifter Trash Compactor, as Drifter carry 20 temporary items at once. This achievement is relatively easy to unlock, you only need the Drifter's default skills. To reach 20 temporary items at once, use the Salvage skill, which spawns 4 temporary items each time it is used. To use Salvage, you will need Junk. Junk can be obtained by using the primary skill Blunt Force on enemies, or the utility skill Repossess, which allows you to grab monsters or interruptibles and smash them against the ground to generate junk. Since temporary items do not decay until you pick them up, you can leave them on the ground and continue using Salvage until you have spawned at least 20 items. Then, pick them all up at once to unlock the achievement. Drifter leave no trace, as Drifter claimed the contents of the lost backpack in the vault of Solutional Haunt. Note that this achievement requires the Alloyed Collective DLC to play as Drifter and access Solutional Haunt. To avoid repeating myself, check the Lost in Transit achievement for a more detailed walkthrough on how to reach Solutional Haunt and unlock the vault. Once you're inside the vault as Drifter, simply claim the contents of the lost backpack to unlock the achievement. Drifter in the bag. As Drifter defeat a boss from the Challenge of the Mountain using a Shrine of the Mountain. Note that this achievement requires the Alloyed Collective DLC to access the Drifter Survivor. First, locate a Shrine of the Mountain. An easy trick is enabling the Artifact of Prestige, which guarantees a Shrine of the Mountain on every stage. Once found, Activate the shrine and use Drifter's Repossess skill to pick it up for later. During the teleporter event, weaken an enemy, then throw the shrine at them with Repossess to deal the final blow and unlock the achievement. Drifter Mastery. Has Drifter beat the game or obliterate on Monsoon? Note that this achievement requires the Alloyed Collective DLC to access the Drifter Survivor and the path to this ending. I chose the Decompile ending to complete the run, and shown on screen is the map route I took. From Stage 1 to Stage 3 progress as in a standard run, but in Stage 3 locate an access node to spawn the virtual portal and enter Stage 4's Conduit Canyon. From there, solve the puzzle to reach Stage 5's Solutional Hub, then defeat Solus Wing to get the encrypted Cerebellum and reach the computational exchange. Finally, craft the exposed Cerebellum with help from the Wandering CHF using any key item type, such as a rusted key. Then use it on SPX to spawn a portal to the Neural Sanctum, defeat the boss, Solus Heart, and accept its offer to decompile to unlock the achievement.
Trial of Spike. Complete the Trial of Spike. This artifact causes enemies to drop multiple exploding bombs upon death. Trial of Command. Complete the Trial of Command. This artifact allows you to choose your items. Trial of Honor, complete the Trial of Honor. This artifact causes enemies to spawn only as elites. Trial of Enigma, complete the Trial of Enigma. This artifact causes you to spawn with a random equipment that changes every time it's activated. Trial of Chaos, complete the Trial of Chaos. This artifact enables friendly fire for both survivors and monsters alike. Trial of Glass, complete the Trial of Glass. This artifact causes allies to deal 500% damage but have only 10% health. Trial of Dissonance, complete the Trial of Dissonance. This artifact causes monsters to appear outside their usual environments. Trial of Evolution, complete the Trial of Evolution. This artifact causes monsters to gain items between stages. Trial of Metamorphosis, complete the Trial of Metamorphosis. This artifact causes players to always spawn as a random survivor. Trial of Sacrifice, complete the Trial of Sacrifice. This artifact causes monsters to drop items on death, but chests no longer spawn. Trial of Vengeance, complete the Trial of Vengeance. This artifact spawns a relentless doppelganger that will invade every 10 minutes. Trial of Kin, complete the Trial of Kin. This artifact causes monsters to be of only one type per stage. Trial of Swarms, complete the Trial of Swarms. This artifact causes monster spawns to be doubled, but monster maximum health to be halved. Trial of Death, complete the Trial of Death. This artifact causes all players to die if one player dies. Trial of Frailty, complete the Trial of Frailty. This artifact causes fall damage to be doubled and lethal. Trial of Soul, complete the Trial of Soul. This artifact causes wisps to emerge from defeated monsters.
Trial of Devotion, complete the Trial of Devotion. Replace broken drones with Lemurian eggs. Give an item to hatch and gain a follower. All Lemurian followers receive item effect. Trial of Delusion. Complete the Trial of Delusion. Risk your items after completing the teleporter event in a test of memory to gain more items.
Trial of Prestige. Complete the Trial of Prestige. On screen is the code needed for this trial. Note that this trial requires the Alloyed Collective DLC to access. This artifact makes Shrine of the Mountain effects permanent between stages and guarantees at least one will spawn on every teleporter level. While teleporter events get progressively harder with each activated shrine, you'll earn an extra item per shrine, multiplied by the player count. During the Trial of Prestige in Bulwarks Ambry, using an artifact key spawns a boss. Each subsequent boss increases the difficulty like a Shrine of the Mountain, with the penultimate key counting as 2 shrines. Defeating the boss drops another artifact key right where the first one was used. Complete the trial and pick up the artifact to unlock the achievement.
Experience Rebirth. Gain the power of another life by offering to the Shrine of Rebirth. Experience Rebirth is unlocked by completing a run using the Shrine of Rebirth on Prime Meridian, after defeating the Fallen Sun boss.